Why is it not running? Print R. Did I not reload it? It's probably because the event's not a very interesting.
Oh, it's right above your table dump.
Oh, yeah, I must be dumping somewhere else. Here it is.
Yeah.
So this is the recursive one, and it's not that exciting. So I wish I had a more exciting example, but recursive dumps can get...
recursive dumps are essential. You got to be able to read them, especially if you're doing client-server work. You're
it's no good to know what the top-level record is. You're like, okay, I got the first one, but what's all the crud below?
Resource.
Yeah. So that's why these are in here, and I guess I'll close here with saying, if there's one thing that you take away from this project, is that, one, please go look at SSK and say, hey, what can I use out of here? Because personally, I've used this stuff now for 3 years. It's been road tested, and especially when it comes down to the globals and extensions portion, which is a very small part. This is like 1% of SSK. That stuff will help you. I guarantee it'll make your life easier. And the other reason I encourage people to do this is because then I can answer in the forums and I can use SSK terminology and not have to explain what I'm saying every time.
So everybody change, convert.
I'm trying to convert you all. That's right. All right. So I think that's
I think that's all right. Yeah. Everything here is meant to make our lives easier, so thanks for that. And I, as you're going through this, it occurs to me that we could probably do a whole show just on functions, just on the globals, everything that's in SSK, right? Because you've spent the time to break down the table save. You spent the time to break down the table dump, and there are nuances to each one of those topics, but we can't cover all of it as much as we want in every show. So we could probably do that just all by itself at some point. That'd be great.
Yeah, I occasionally think about it. It's like doing a little video series on the individual parts in lieu of doing documentation, which I absolutely hate doing. Although I've done it many times.
I just know you've spent there's a lot of hours represented in those libraries, and as we go through things like twin stick shooters and stuff like that, there's some high level concepts that are like, hey, how do you integrate controllers into your game? There's also the mechanics of the game and how that works. But then there's also these foundational pieces that get used over and over again that we could definitely go in depth on at some point. So anyway, it's all fascinating. That rabbit hole goes deep.
It is in fact a deep rabbit hole. I'm not sure there's rabbits in there though. There might be something else a little more scary.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's leave it there, and when we'll pick up next week, what are we going to talk about when we come back next week?
Actually, I was going to ask you that we not always give a clue, because sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So, but give me 10 seconds so I think hard about that.
That's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to continue our conversation on our twin stick shooter, and that's all you really need. And in the meantime, you go and download the source code, look at what Ed has had produced for us, and look at the SSK material that we covered just a moment ago, and pick up some of the pieces that you think are interesting, and integrate those into your future projects. That's I think the best thing to do at this point. We've always said that you need to just take it apart, break it, own it, and it's yours. So
yes, break it. By all means, break it. I encourage everybody to break it.
Yeah, it comes as a zip file. The worst thing that happens is you just unzip a new copy and start over.
Yeah, you can't learn anything if you don't break it first. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can watch this. You can watch this, read the documentation, you can take all of the training courses that you want, but it really doesn't become your own. You write the code, break the code, fix the code.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, thanks for being guys. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks for being here today. We're going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Come and join us. We're going to talk all about what's going on in the community. I have a long list of stuff that we can discuss, and it's all really, really good stuff. So here, you can find details over on the Corona Geek page. And until next week, have a great week and happy coding.
Cheers.